Hi guys, today we're introducing you to Sainlogic.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, it's just me.
Okay.
Bye.
In Florida, we get sunshine and rain all at once. Let's see if weather station can figure this out. Okay, so here's what's in the box. Let's get it out and see what we got. We've got the main unit. Comes with a little rain filter. Got the nuts and bolts. Here's the stand, the base of the stand. You got the monitor. It's a remote monitor with a power supply, and the batteries aren't included. You need 3 AA's and 3 AAA's. So basically, to put this together, you're just going to, it's super easy. You're just going to take this stand, put it up in there, put a bolt through there, and then the base will go on here like this. So you can mount it flat. If you mount it like this, you can put the post up in the top like that. So it can be mounted to something on the side or flat. Or if you want to go to a pole, you can use this to clamp onto it like that. That'll be really easy. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a closer look. We can measure temperature and pressure. We have a rain gauge with a little filter. It's got a UV detector here. I do a lot of solar, so I like to know how much radiation we're getting. That's the UV detector. Has a level, and it needs to be mounted level. We measure the wind speed and the wind direction. It also has to be mounted north-south so you get an accurate reading on the wind direction. And it has a solar panel on the front here that helps you power the whole thing. It also has batteries. Let's get those in and see what it can do. All right, here's the battery compartment. So I got the batteries in there. We're going to close it up. So I went ahead and put the batteries in the display, and I'm going to plug it in one-handed here. There we go. Lit up with everything. And so next, we got to get these two to communicate. So if we look under here, it should be a little reset button, little white button right there. So we're going to push that, hold that, and then hopefully it flashes. Yeah, so it's flashing. Now let's see if it'll communicate with this guy. Okay, so I didn't have the manual handy, so I went to my phone and I just asked Grok. And Grok knew to hold that channel button for 3 seconds and then press the button on the bottom, and they just communicated right away. So we are up and running. I'm going to go ahead and take this outside and get it mounted up, at least temporarily, so we can see what we can do. So let's go. Alright, so next I got to think about where I'm going to mount this. Now it'd probably work the best if I mounted it at the peak of the roof up there. But that's 32 feet off the ground, and I'm going to have to change the batteries eventually, recharge them. And it's just too hard to get to, so we won't put it up there. So I went ahead and set it up on the chicken coop. It's pretty good up there. And it seems to be working. I used some deck screws and washers to reinforce it. I think I'll probably move it off of here because this roof probably creates some errors in the wind speed and direction. So I'll probably find a more open area. It's pretty good for now. It's starting to rain. So let's go set up that display, get the date, time, all that stuff set up, and see how it works. Okay, so I'm up in my office now, and this is our security system, so you can see that it's really raining out there. It's really starting to come down pretty good. I can switch over to another screen, and there's the system out there on the chicken coop. See how it's mounted out there, but let's look at the display. We'll go around here. So outdoors we got 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit, 96% relative humidity. Indoors it's 75.4 and 56% relative humidity. It's 10:38 a.m. on Monday, October 6th. You look up here, this is what it thinks is going on outside. It thinks it's cloudy and rainy, and that is accurate. 0 on the UV index. We've got a full moon tonight, that's correct. Our sunlight indicator is 39.4 watts per meter squared. I like that because I have solar. A solar panel is about 1.7 meters squared, so it kind of gives you an idea how much energy you can collect. That seems to be pretty accurate. The barometric pressure is 29.91 inches of mercury. We've collected about half an inch of rain already. Supposed to get an inch of rain today. We got a dew point of 58.6, but I'm not sure what that's relative to because we got another dew point down here that's 74, and this one is accurate. So I don't know what that is. If you know, put it in the comments, and I'll probably look it up. We don't have any wind gust right now. If we take a look at our sensor, you can see that it's not spinning, and our trees aren't blowing around, so that's good. I have seen it up to 10 miles an hour today, but it shows the gust and the average wind speed. We know that our wind is out of the east, and we have the feels like temperature is 75.2. Now this has a lot more stuff that it can do. This is the main stuff, but it does have alarms and all kinds of other stuff you can do. Another note is I am about 160 feet from the sensor, and I'm on the opposite end of the house, and we have a metal roof. So this is pretty good. It's transmitting fine through all of that. I'm not sure how much further I could go, but for that it's working really good. I like it for preppers, you know, being self-sufficient, having your own ability to get your weather information. For gardeners and farmers, it's nice to have the information right here where you're located rather than 20 miles away at the airport. So I think it's pretty cool. I like it, and we'll get good use out of this. But that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. So we're just afternoon and the sun is out. Now notice we're at 373 watts per meter squared. And also notice the rain gauge has drained. We got to 0.6 inches. And now is back to 0. Raining again. You can see the wind sensor spinning there on top, and we're reading constant wind of 4.9 and gust 4.98. You see that we've got 0.32 inches of rain, and this resets as the day goes through. So if you want to see the total, you push this button down here. We see that we got 0.67 inches. That's for the day, and the top gust was 13 miles an hour. If you push it again, you get the minimums. So the minimum temperature was 74 outside and 74 inside. So it does a bunch of stuff like that.